Hey First Church family, it's Jake Moore. My wife and I, Erin, have been serving in Ethiopia for the last 11 and a half years with Christian Missionary Fellowship International. Erin and I and our three kids, Aiden, Gwyneth, and Shay, have been serving on the church planting team in Ethiopia, working with the Gumus people. The Gumus people, they're an unreached people group of Ethiopia. They were a marginalized tribe that lived out near the Sudanese border. And they were an unreached people group, meaning they didn't have the gospel prior to us living and ministering to them and serving in those communities. It was because of First Church's partnership with us that we were able to go and be in Ethiopia, living among the Gumus people for the last 11 years. When we moved to Ethiopia back in March of 2006, Aiden was just 2 years old, our son. Gwyneth was 2 months old, and we didn't have Shay yet. She came along a little bit later. Aiden is now 13, Gwyneth is 11, and Shay is 7. And they've been able to witness God's mighty work along with Erin and I among the Gumus people. In the last 11 years, we've planted 10 churches among the Gumus people. We've also had the opportunity to serve thousands of people and to save countless lives through our clinic that we had out in the area where we lived, in an area called Yam. Thanks to the partnership that we have with First Church, we've been able to serve these people and to show in a very practical way God's love to the people in Yam and the surrounding villages. And it's been amazing to see how Jesus Christ has transformed lives in Yam and in so many other villages. Just this last Easter, we had a really cool opportunity. We had a big gathering with believers from the surrounding churches in our county, and we baptized 54 new believers. It was an amazing thing to see. We had so many people lined up to be baptized that the two guys who were in the river that we had delegated to baptize folks, there was no way that they were going to be able to work through baptizing all the people. So me and two other guys got in, and we were baptizing folks 4 or 5 at a time. It was a very special and powerful thing to be a part of and to see. Soon after that, a couple weeks later, I was meeting with the government official, a non-Christian, over the county. And he was talking to me about Yam and how different it was. He said 7 years ago, before you guys came and moved into that area, Yam was a bad place. All of the men, they walked around with their guns, their Kalashnikovs, and with bows and arrows. And they were constantly shooting and killing each other. They were stealing women from one clan and taking them to another. He said, but in the last 7 years, the whole area has completely changed. The guys that used to carry the guns are now walking around carrying Bibles. This is a non-Christian guy telling me about it. He said, what did you do? Why is it different? And I got the opportunity to tell him that it doesn't have anything to do with me. That has everything to do with the transformative power of the gospel, of what it means to follow Jesus, that it brings life change and community change. Yam is a different place because God allowed us to be there partnering with Him in the work. And we were able to be in Ethiopia serving the Gumus people of Yam because First Church was there alongside of us, supporting us through prayer and helping us financially. So I want to thank First Church for helping us over the last 11 years to be ministers among the Gumus in Ethiopia. Thank you, First Church, for your help and your support.